I mean, yeah, basic. Well, I don't know. I haven't played Magic in a calendar year at least. We'll put it that way.
Well, would you say Storm is like riding a bike?
We'll find out, won't we? I
All
don't know.
right. So this person played no fetch lands, and I'm still of the opinion that's still wrong.
Yeah, probably. So the thing about your riding a bike metaphor is modern gets progressively becomes a progressively larger card pool, right? And
Yeah.
it becomes like harder and harder for like an old list to succeed.
Yes.
So Storm is like riding a bike, except it's like riding a bike on like a BMX track that gets progressively like more complex and involves a lot of like jumping over crocodiles and shit.
Wait, jumping over crocodiles?
Yeah, there's pit traps with crocodiles in puddles.
All right. Well, can you see my screen? Is the more important question.
I was watching the stream, but yeah, there you go.
Okay. So a few questions about the list. A, how many Steam events am I supposed to play? And B, do you believe in Otawara Soaring City?
I can't believe you're asking me questions. Like you think I know the answers to this shit.
Well, okay. Well, let's read this card.
No, I've seen the card. I mean, yeah, play some of those. Sure, that seems good. How common is like Ghost Quarter, Tectonic Edge type shit anymore?
People still play Ghost Quarter.
Isn't blue white like a deck sort of?
Yeah, sort of. I was thinking about splashing Veil of Summer. I don't know if we tried that before.
We did. That wasn't very good. But I don't know. It might be good now.
Is it better versus something like Grixis Death Shadow?
Eh, I mean, yeah, it's good there.
Okay. Also, did we play Spirebluff Canal before?
Yeah, we did.
Did we play the maximum, I assume?
We did. I am really not happy with the current basic count. Oh wait, did you cut a bunch of lands? Are we
I
like trying? You're
didn't
trying to?
add the lands because this person just had like Shivan Reef, Blue Red Pathway, one island, one mountain, two more islands, so four basics. And a Fiery Islet, which I do not believe in Fiery Islet
I
whatsoever in
want
this
Fiery
deck.
Islet. I want two more islands. That's the main. That's the main
Okay.
concern for me right now.
Am I supposed to split snow covered and not snow covered?
Sure.
Wow. You don't. You sound like you literally don't care.
Well, that one, I've never. It's never once come up for me that I needed a snow-covered island to gifts for. So it's not. It's something I didn't
Okay.
bother to do back in the day.
Alright. So we have a bunch more land slots. If we
Yeah,
splash Veil Summer, which I think is a consideration, um, how is it supposed to work?
I wouldn't. I just wouldn't splash
Okay.
because it's like, especially if we're gonna play this Obawaru or whatever it's called.
Otawara Soaring City?
Waru, yeah. Uh,
Yeah. Okay.
like I said,
Um,
like we tried this once before, right? Splashing for Veil, and
yeah.
a big problem was we're constantly getting screwed over by like not having enough basics, right?
Yeah,
So
and
I
that's
think we
probably
just
still the case, yeah.
I just want to keep it clean.
Why
Uh,
did Storm used to play a fetchless mana base? Well, a lot of reasons were given, and I don't think any of them were really very good. It was mostly Caleb Shearer saying that he wanted to preserve scries, like off Serum Visions and Opt. But I don't think that's even a valid argument because A, there's only four Serum Visions, and B, consider just mills the card into your graveyard.
yeah, I'm not that excited about it. I kind of want another fetch land though. Just
Sure. Footage trend, probably.
yeah, just any random blue fetch. And
Oh,
then how many? So the list you showed me earlier had 19 land, didn't it?
yeah, I think that's one too many, probably.
I mean, we did add a bunch of 3 drops for no fucking reason. So
Did we? Oh, we did.
yeah,
I was about to ask you, do we have to play two Wish?
I have no idea. I've never played a wish in my life. So
Well, it's significantly worse than the original Wishes because you literally have to cast the spell on that turn.
right.
So it my from my litmus test, I would not want to play more than one of this card. In my mind, the real reason to play this card is to avoid like weird grape shot surgical things or whatever, you know?
Right. And yeah, so we'd have to like if you have like explosive turns where you use a bunch of mana, like you
Mm-hmm.
like use all your rituals and then wish for something. Like,
yeah, you can just like short combo with Galvanic Relay. The next turn they probably die. If you cast this card for almost any amount, I think it's likely to lead to a Piff win the next turn.
unless you blow your load to do it, I don't know.
Well,
Maybe.
then Piff like into a ritual. I don't know.
I'm inclined to leave it as is because
Okay.
I don't know what's going on in this
All right.
format.
Well, I
So.
don't want to add the Fiery Islet because I think this is a one deck where Fiery Islet literally makes no sense.
I agree. If I'm gonna add lands, it's gonna be either a second one of this so Otawara things,
Okay.
or just more fetch lands, like more polluted deltas or whatever.
Okay. I'll
Like,
add an Otawara. I'll add a Polluted Delta. Do we really need more than 6 fetches, though?
no, I mean 6 is a good number.
This is
I think
18 lands.
that that's the next best dual land over instead of uh like pathway or fire outlet or whatever.
Well, do we want a third Steam Vents?
Yeah, that might be better actually.
Because I think sometimes what can happen, and this was not an issue with Opt before, but consider literally milling. It is actually possible to mill yourself out of lands.
Yep, that is probably better.
That actually happened to me when I played the Grixis Death Shadow list on Monday that had 4 consider, 12 fetches, and 6 fetchable lands. I actually ran out of lands in a mirror where I really needed to fetch like my 7th land. But I couldn't because there just wasn't enough lands in the deck.
So when you showed me this list, this was my immediate reaction was there's no way Remand is still a good card in Modern. So
I don't know about that. Like it's not great in a lot of matchups, but it's pretty good versus like blue, white, and 4 color.
is it? I mean, aren't those Teferi decks, or are they not
Well,
anymore?
do you not want to remand to fairy?
Sure. Okay.
I mean,
I
like,
guess.
isn't that the counterpoint, right? Like, do you really want them to have a Teferi and like have Fawn for you instead of just like fighting with remand on that turn?
I mean, that's sure. But having Remand is better than not having Remand in this scenario. But it's still, it just doesn't seem like a good way to like match up against them.
Yeah, let me look at some other lists. This person.
Yeah, I
Oh,
agree with that. PH43. Uh,
this person has. Okay, this person is playing the same list, except they cut these for peer through depths, and they played 3 remand, 3 peer through depths, 6 fetches, and almost exactly the same mana base, except they have 4 Steam Vents instead of 3. So like this person has like they still have the wishes. They have 4 consider, 4 Serum Visions. I guess that sort of makes sense as well.
what I was sort of getting at is 4 seems like a lot of remands, especially since we only have one grape shot. I mean, we'll have like a virtual second copy of grape shot a lot of the time, but still.
Okay, so you want to cut 1 remand for like a consider?
Yeah, probably.
All right, yeah. Consider is really good actually. Like I guess I don't really have to sell you on it because
Mhm.
it does what it says on the tin, right? Like
Yeah, I feel like I'm gonna miss sleight of hand.
um is this less cantrips than you used to play?
It's the same amount. I used to just play 4 Serum Vision for sleight of hand.
And you never
That's
oh, I
why I was
see.
trying to get
I
the
see.
consider in. Although
See.
I mean, there's this 3 drop spot is something that I just have no experience with, right? Like we
Yeah.
have 4 different like action 3 drops, so that probably means we need fewer
Well,
cantrips.
so have
But
you read this card?
well, I did, but then I couldn't tell you what it did, what I just read, even though I just read it. So
Well, what
let's
it
read it
does
again.
is if you hit Manamorphose off of it with like an Electromancer, it's pretty good because it's like, a bunch of Storm and I don't know. This card might be bad, but I want to try it.
Yeah, I'm interested in giving it a shot.
I mean,
Like I get maybe that's why there's 4 remand to increase your odds, so you can like respond to spells with this card. But like, is that even a game you want to be playing?
oh, that's kind of interesting actually. Hmm. It looks incredibly bad to you. I mean, that feels like an exaggeration. If it's bad, it's probably like medium bad, right? I don't know. Any case,
I honestly expect it's worse than sleight of hand, if I'm being honest. But
I guess. But
But whatever. Let's find out. Let's go on an
let's
adventure.
see. Well, hold on. I'm trying to figure out. Is there anything else? I added the fourth bolt over. What did I add it over? I cut the. Wait, what did I cut? Oh, there's no sideboard pass and flames for Wish. Should there be a sideboard pass and flames for this card?
Probably, yeah. Doesn't that
All
seem like
right,
something you will want access to like often?
all right. Am I cutting a bolt?
You're asking the wrong person about what
Oh
you
god.
should be like. I don't know. Is Bolt good in this format anymore? Are there decks that care about getting bolted? Bolt good against the hammer decks?
Yeah, because like the way you lose that matchup is they like. I mean, there's a bunch of ways you can lose the matchup, obviously,
I
but
was about to interject, but you.
I mean,
All right.
but I think bolt's pretty important. Yeah,
Yeah, I feel like you probably went for.
yeah.
What does Shattering Spree like do anymore?
Decent versus hammer. Some people play Chalice of the Void, although I guess Chalice is not a big deal for this deck unless they set it on two, which was always the nightmare. But
I mean, most people know to do that, but
the other
um,
thing Shattering Speed kills is like random like Soul Guide lanterns and shit or Grafdigger's cages.
do we need both a Shattering Spree and then a Braid?
Uh, don't know to answer that.
Do we need 2 copies of Relay?
It's nice to side one in post board games, like
Yeah.
alongside pieces.
Okay. Do we need these Mystic thinguses?
Probably not. This is probably the card you can cut. Actually, I think the
This is
first one is fine, but I think the second one's like overkill.
I've never played, so I don't know if it's good. I don't
Well,
really
have
give.
have you played Spell Pierce in this deck before?
Yeah, I didn't particularly like it, but
Okay, Mystical Dispute is like Spell Pierce on crack. That's
I get
basically it.
that. Right? Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, I understand that. But
All right. Okay. I guess this is the configuration we'll try, and if we lose, we can just blame ourselves, and we're not going to blame the person who won with it.
why? If we lose, I'm blaming you, dude. I'm not taking any blame for this shit.
No, no, no. You don't have to take any blame.
What about pieces of the puzzle though? Someone RMF said that. What was that in response to? I don't actually remember.
Are they necessary? I
I
guess.
still think they're necessary. I don't
Yeah.
know.
I
I
think Pieces is still good, and Pieces is like one of the ways you can like short combo through Graveyard Hate or whatever.
it may be that like once you have wish and such that like they're less necessary, but I if you're supposed to play this deck in a way that cares less about pieces, then I don't know how to do that. So I
I
don't
don't
want
know.
to.
Pieces still seems really good to me. Like
Yeah, it still seems good to me too. But we've established that I know nothing. So
Armath said, more pieces might be better than the other three drops. That's also possible.
I mean, yeah, these 3 drops they seem a little sketchy to me, but I they're also the kind of card that I need to have laps with before I make any claims about that.
Oh,
Hang on,
holy!
did you move the mystical dispute to the main,
Oh, did I?
right?
No,
Oh well, what were you just looking at?
I don't know what I
Never.
was looking at.
All right, well, never mind then.
There's no mystical dispute in the main deck.
Yep.
You're probably looking at my wish list
Yeah, it
to
was. You're right.
transfer.
You're right. You're right.
Modern Storm continue. See, you got fans, Shrout. Everyone's here because of you. I would also like to note, apparently IPA Flashback Draft is on MTGO for some reason, but I have almost no desire to do it.
Yeah, I don't really like that format all that much. I mean, it's fine, but
Well, do you have fun playing gold sets where it's hard to cast your spells?
I do not.
Well,
Well,
then I
my
don't.
real
I don't have a format for you then.
my real criticism of IPA, I think, is that all the creatures suck. They're just like
And
random.
all the spells are like incredibly overpowered.
A lot of them, yeah. Well, I mean, there's a lot of like medium powered spells too, but like all the creatures are just like 2/2s for 4 with irrelevant abilities and shit like that.
Chop said, "I always do one Invasion Planeshift Apocalypse draft to remember how bad it was."
Yeah.
Yeah, Flame Tongue Kavu doesn't suck. Underworld Breach, I thought about it. I think the problem is I don't want to play Underworld Breach unless if I literally put a Tome Scour into the deck. But I don't think it actually quite works out very well.
I'm not sure when you would like one to wish for. If you wish, like, when do you get Underworld Breach instead of Flames?
Uh,
'Cause you don't have like all
Specifically, if you have
mana or anything like that.
exactly 4 mana, right?
What does that do though? So you can
You
like
like
cast
breach
your ritual
breach
over and over.
ritual, like you breach ritual wish grape shot or something like that. Or no, you'd probably breach ritual wish grape shot.
Interesting. Okay.
Because like the thing is breach not being Yawgmoth's will is actually like kind of broken in some ways, you know?
I get that, but
But
yeah,
you
that's
also
assuming,
have to have like a really stocked graveyard for that.
which
Like
is kind of hard to do, right? So, or I don't know. I mean, we could play it over the second relay, but I kind of want to
no,
get last.
I think Relay is actually really, really good. I think you're gonna be pleasantly surprised about how good it is.
My main concern with relay is
You have to wait. Yeah.
I'm like a little. I feel like a lot of the times when it would make sense to wish for relay, I'm just gonna want to wish for empty instead.
Well, it depends on the matchup, obviously, but right. Well, uh, uh, hmm. That's kind of hard to figure out, is what I'll say. But
Yeah, let's just default to getting relay to so we can play a bunch of relays, and that way we'll like relay for 7 and
unless
then
if
leave.
it's very, very clear that empty is good, right?
Yeah,
Which is
which it will never be because I am like I'll always be like, hey, if we empty here, will something bad happen? And then I'm just gonna have to believe you, whatever you say. So
so you're basically if it goes wrong, you're gonna blame me.
absolutely,
Shit.
I
Uh,
don't know what the hell you expected.
I was hoping for a little bit more support. I guess this is like classical grumpy Shroud.
I want to be clear to everyone listening. Jarvis hit me up to stream with him, and I was like, I just want to state for the record, I have next to no interest in Magic or in Modern or in Storm. And then Jarvis was like, oh, okay. And then I was like, but I'll do it just because I haven't got to hang out with old Jarvis in a while. So
Yeah.
if I am grumpy, it's because I'm grumpy. So
Someone said
you're not imagining it.
yeah. Someone said there's no bounce spells. The bounce spells are built into our mana base instead,
Yeah, we have more bounce spells than I ever played.
and it's nice because if they suck, you can just play them as shit island.
Although he is, they said in the sideboard, which is sort of a relevant concern. Just if we
Sure.
have a wish anyway, but
All right.
we can wish for artifact removal. So like, other than like rest in peace, I guess.
All
I
right.
don't know. I don't know what you would be wishing to bounce. That's not an artifact.
All right. This person last played 4-color Indomitable Creativity, which you've probably never seen as a deck.
I agree. I could not tell you what that card does. So
It polymorphs an artifact or creature into a creature.
well, hopefully they are still playing that and they do whatever that deck does, and I get to see it.
Also, I kept, but I assumed you were going to be okay with that.
Yeah. The old turn one Steam Vents untap.
Okay. They're Living End instead.
Sweet.
I mean, sort of. We need Remand.
Well, we have this Discover the Impossible, so we're golden.
Yeah, it could be anything. It could even be about
Could even be a remand.
um
So I think we're supposed to
attack.
like cast a Manamorphose for sure. But actually,
Well, let's
get in
attack.
there.
Yeah.
Get in. I love that I taught you this good habit and then I immediately forget it.
Should I fetch before metamorphosing?
Yeah, that's what I was pausing
Uh,
on. Yeah, I would fetch for Mountain.
yeah, that's what I was gonna do. I played a lot of Magic over these last 2 years, and you probably haven't.
It's true.
Uh,
I have not. Yeah,
Probably
blue and
just
red.
yeah, blue or red. It doesn't really matter. Okay. Probably should just lead with that.
Yeah, let's just do that.
Don't think I need that.
Um. Oh well, no, yeah, put it in your graveyard.
Yeah.
That's why I was.
Hmm. That's worse. Should I just cast the Discover first and see what I get? Or am I supposed to have
I
Metamorphose first and see what I draw?
would Manamorphose before we do anything else.
Hmm. You seem to have flooded out. I'm gonna
And
cast
we have
this
we
though.
have to reveal. We reveal what we get.
Uh, no. You only have to reveal it. So, like, you can actually get a mana bear off of this.
Okay.
But if it's an instant, you can just like cast it. If it costs 2 or less. But
So like, all right, like if we. Oh, you don't have to reveal it if you don't cast it. So we could get
yeah.
remand and then not reveal it. So yeah, okay. Well, I mean, I guess we just get gifts, right?
Yeah. Can't cast it this turn, unfortunately, but
Yeah, it's fine.
I mean they can't one shot us. So suppose they spend the turn um casting Living End off like Shardos Agent. They can't kill us. They'll have two, so we'll have 2 turn cycles, right?
Yep. And we'll have a mana bear back in play anyway because we're clever.
Wait, did it reveal it? It
Yeah.
shouldn't.
I was trying to work that out.
Oh, it was exiled face down, so we couldn't see it, but they can't. Super weird.
That's like in the weeds about something. What's going on here?
Well, I don't know what's going on, but I hope we get another turn or 2.
I mean, I'm just going to be really impressed if we don't get another turn.
Well, what I mean is, well, I don't want to say that deck plays 4 of one card that I hate to see, but I'm not going to say what it is.
I feel like you're being coy, but like I don't actually know what card you're talking about, so
Uh,
it might be helpful to say it.
it plays 4 Force of Negation in the main deck.
We're um, we're just gonna play gifts at end step, right? So
Yeah.
we may as well play Spire Bluff for now.
Uh, I was thinking we could just like fetch to thin, but whatever. I guess that doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's really not that big a difference. Jarvis always with that. I don't want to say what it is. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
well, so the real question is, am I supposed to cast it now when they have fawn down? So if they want to fawn, they would have to pitch cast, or should I just let them like cast Shardos Agent and then gifts in response because then they can't fawn? That's probably better, right?
Yeah. I would just let them
Okay.
do stuff.
Because if they just sit here like this, it's not actually that bad for us, I think, right?
Yeah, eventually we'll draw into other action.
I mean,
Also, in 11 turns, we get them dead. Overall,
uh, I guess I have to
we're
cast it
here.
now. It's unmask on a 3/2.
Like that's some shit. Yeah, let's cast it.
Oh, oh, I guess I should have gifted with the grief on the stack, but whatever.
Yeah, we could have remanded it. Does it exile or discard?
It discards.
Okay.
All right. I think we want to get a Pass in Flames for sure.
I think it's just 2 rituals, Manamorphose passed.
Yeah, sounds right. Did this interface get better or worse, or about the same? It looks like it's exactly the same. All right.
Has it changed? What are we?
I don't know. I mean, this really is like riding a bike. We're just like we haven't done anything out of the ordinary. I still don't know if we were supposed to Metamorphose or Discover first. I guess it's just always Discover first. Or Metamorphose first.
Yeah,
Alright. What if they take Baral?
that'd be weird.
Yeah.
Nah, there's no reason at all for them to ever do that. So
Alright, let's see, 4, 3. Alright, it looks like we have to make something happen next turn, because this looks like a cascade spell. Oh, it might be Violent Outburst, I guess? But if it's Violent Outburst... Oh, they're just waiting until our end step and just hoping we don't draw a remand, I guess. Or I guess we just, like, make them do it.
They're just doing an upkeep.
Okay, so they're afraid of us drawing remand, but the advantage of this is we still... Oh no, they grief us, that's why. And they stack our deck with Architects of Will. It's kind of unpleasant.
Oh man, this deck got better. Why are we playing Storm? We could be playing this deck.
Because this deck actually... Well, I don't know. This deck is good, but I find it really, really, really not interesting to play.
Yeah, I could see that. I feel like if we knew they had Architect's Will in their graveyard, we should have not cracked our fetch.
Oh, I see. Yeah, that's a good point. That was the card they put on top?
Hold on.
Holding.
We can cast passive plants with 1 mana, so don't cast Consider.
Okay. Fuck.
All right.
Are we dead next
Good
turn?
beats.
Doesn't look like it, but we're in bad shape. We basically
We're
have to
bad.
find another Pass in Flames, which...
Do we have to jump? We do, right?
5, 11... Yes. It's by a lot.
Mm-hmm.
That fucking fawn. Alright, we're at 1.
Basically, off Consider and draw step, we need like Ritual Passive Flames or something like that.
Yep.
That doesn't do it, but it's nice to have in our graveyard. Oh, all right,
No,
okay.
but they're
okay.
griefing us, so we need to draw a ritual, right?
Yeah, it doesn't matter because now we need to draw Brawl because they'll just hit Brawl. Or can grief hit creatures?
Yeah, it's unmasked.
Okay.
Okay, that means a ritual's an out? Well, I don't have any options.
Yep.
This is literally a forced play, so... But I think they're dead, right?
Unless their last card is fun, yeah.
Oh no, they F6'd.
Okay.
Wow! Was that
Yep.
6 Shrout?
Okay, alright. This is like riding a bike.
Alright, this deck also has Endurance in its sideboard, which is the 3/4 thingamabobber.
What does that do?
It's so you can
graveyard?
pitch a green card to have up to 1 player shuffle their graveyard onto the bottom of their deck.
Okay.
So I want to side in 1 Galvanic Relay and cut 1 Piff.
Sure.
And we need all of the mana idiots. I think the Dispute is actually good because of Fawn.
I agree. Where you at on gifts versus pieces of the puzzle in this matchup?
I think Gifts is probably better, but they're both like not really that great.
They don't attack our graveyard other than through this.
Sorry. Sometimes they have Leyline of the Void.
So we should probably cut 1, 2, maybe 3 pips for pieces of the puzzle.
I'll cut 2 gifts for 1 pieces and 1 relay.
Okay.
Also they have Leyline of Sanctity. Whoops. But we can Otawara that if we get to do enough stuff.
I would cut the second gifts for a second piece of the puzzle.
Alright. And just leave this.
Yeah.
Okay. I think MT is really bad versus them, so we're never going to do that.
Yeah, I agree.
Charlotte has a good point. I explained what a new card does, and you're suddenly thinking, why the hell are we still playing Storm?
Absolutely am. Yeah.
And the
I
reason
like
we're
how even though I am like thinking it silently, it still comes through loud and clear to chat. Makes me happy.
Do you keep these hands on the draw?
Probably not.
Okay. Right. Oh, I'm gonna keep this. Second brawl should go, right?
I think so. Yeah.
I think it was kind of sick.
I mean, yeah, we hit. What did they take off with that unmask?
They took Past in
They
Flames.
took Piff, so they just denied us like a mana. Yeah,
I'm just gonna
we won't.
bottom both, I think, right?
I think so. Yes. Yeah.
Because it's too dangerous if I don't find the land.
Mhm.
Our hands are.
Maybe we're so far removed from Storm being a deck that nobody knows how to play against it anymore. Is that a thing? Ooh,
Um.
what are you?
Okay, I'll let you read this. This is also a power crept living end card.
Okay, yeah. So it's just like a sleight of hand that also puts a 7/7 in the
So,
graveyard.
do you play Baral here, or do you leave up Remand?
Well, that's tricky. Probably.
I mean, they only have
Usually,
one card in graveyard, so maybe
yeah.
it's actually okay to play Baral.
Except if we play Brawl and then they living ends, we're just like
Okay.
completely up a
Yeah.
creek, right? So like we're dead in 3 to the 7/7, and then we have no action. So
Don't really need that. I don't think it does anything.
no, we're looking for land, so I think we put that on the bottom.
Okay. Well, everything's looking good now. I think this is pretty scripted now.
Yep.
I mean, it smells like a mystical dispute, but I'm gonna still fight. Alright.
Oh yeah, Mystical Dispute's really good in this deck. This deck seems like it has improved a lot,
It
and
has.
it
Oh,
seems like we
hold
just
on.
added spells that make our deck worse.
Should we try to do something?
Yeah. I don't know. Like I don't know if it's actually that likely that we succeed in doing anything, but I want to try. Yeah, so we writ.
And then I'm going to discover.
Yeah. Well,
So I can burn a relay for a bunch.
that's what we do because nothing else actually is good. So,
Do you want to use the ritual on the relay for an extra card?
Storm is we're gonna relay for 4 cards or 5 if we ritual.
Yeah.
Yeah. I do not know.
Okay, what? Guess I have to click no. Why does it ask me if I want to cast it? It doesn't even meet the condition.
I kind of feel like we. Hmm, Eh. Now let's use the ritual.
Right. It's kind of an interesting question, actually, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot that MT's mega bad versus this card too. So it's literally there's like it doesn't really do it. All right, we hit this, which we can play as a land. We hit Consider Desperate Brawl. That was not great. I think I just take it, right? Blocking doesn't do much.
Yeah, you just take it. What are
Right.
you hoping to hit off the relay that's better than the ritual? My logic is basically that like if we look at 5 cards, there's a decent chance we're gonna find at least one ritual anyway. If you especially if you consider Manamorphose a ritual as well, and looking at 5 cards rather than 4 increases our odds of hitting like a big action spell, which is
Yeah.
what we're looking for.
All right. I think I'm gonna play Consider first. before anything
Yeah.
else.
Sounds right. Can you? We can't do the land like as a spell, right?
I played a land. I played Scalding Turn.
Right, but like we can't.
Oh no, this has to be in your
discard
hand.
it or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, it's channel.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
channel, which you probably remember from the old days.
Yep, I know how channel works.
A lot of people don't, but I guess they do again. Well, that didn't go anywhere. I guess I just played Baral, Desperate, and Sego.
Sounds right.
Because I just want this in my graveyard,
Get in
obviously.
your graveyard. Yep.
Oh, we got an O3 for 2.
Does this fish have like Island Walk or some shit?
No. It just shrinks all of your opponent's creatures, which is like pretty valuable, actually.
Yeah. I just assumed that like all new cards have like 4 extraneous
I think I should block here
keywords.
because of this.
Yep. I mean, yes, you should do that instead of die. I agree.
Yeah. Piff off the top. Jesus. Alright. Well, because I'm just going to play all my idiots out. Should I play the land out? There's no reason to bluff. Like, there's not much I can even bluff.
Yeah, I would play the land.
Look, if they have an answer for Piff, we are so dead in the water, it doesn't really matter. I think this block makes sense.
Yeah.
Alright. It's a good start.
Maybe. What are the odds that of their 6 cards, none of them do anything?
They pitched Shard Station instead of hardcasting it? That probably means something, right?
Probably means they have more stuff to do, but so that clears
No.
on the stack.
Yeah, only on the stack.
The card.
Oh, okay. I see. They had a combat trick. That's why.
I guess. Yeah.
Alright. Well, it was still kind of close. I mean, we had Remand, but they had Dispute, so. Maybe we're supposed to just leave these in. Like, leave the second one in.
I used to basically never leave the second one in anyway, and we have like virtual extra copies now. So
sure, we have a lot of copies of it actually. Although a lot of them are contingent on us having mana.
Right.
Really did look dope, right? Well, sort of. It was like
Kinda.
I think you probably underestimate how good the card is, if I have to guess. Well, it sounds pretty good, so I'm not mulliganing.
Yep. I mean, Relay's obviously a fine card if you're not getting threatened to like die on turn 3 and stuff. I kind of figured you were a lot of the time.
I don't think that's how the Living End matchup actually works, but
you just meant like Relay in this matchup. I just meant like in Modern.
oh, I see. Yeah, well, that's why it's on the main deck, right? Like, does my life total actually matter?
I mean, in theory, I would just play Island. You don't need to get too fancy with it here.
I wasn't trying to get fancy. I was just actually considering if the colors are going to matter, but I guess it would take so many turns for the color to actually matter, right?
Yeah.
Am I supposed to consider a response?
I probably would.
Oh, I don't want that.
No, you do not.
Okay.
But it's like kind of nice to have in the graveyard.
It is. I wonder if they're going to take this. That would be like... Nah, they took gifts. All right.
Yeah, I expect them to take gifts.
Oh, that's bad. So drawing a land would actually be good, I think, right?
Yeah.
So I think I should just shock and play the Electromancer.
Yep, that's what I want to do.
I think I just remember almost all of the rules you taught me. Like just like through muscle memory, not because like I'm thinking about it, right?
Right. Yeah.
All right. Well, probably just attack, play pieces, play Serum Visions.
Yep. I want to. Yeah, I want to. I think fetch mountain.
Yeah. Now I think we have all of our lands accounted for
Right.
essentially.
We fetch mountain. We pieces with visions untapped, and then like hopefully hit remand and sit on it. But
Yeah, that would be pretty good.
I wonder if we're supposed
Okay,
to. Well,
that's fine.
okay,
I think that's actually fine.
yeah.
What do you
I
think
wonder
about
if
sitting
maybe.
on this?
Yeah, like since I don't think we need the Awara thing. Yeah, I like that. Like if we're gonna put the stupid card in our deck, we should probably sit on it in these spots. I don't know. Maybe not. Oh, they missed. Okay, that's interesting.
Well,
Well,
are we supposed to like jam things?
we're supposed to attack for 2,
Yeah.
and I mean, I think we're supposed to discover no matter what.
And if they dispute, we can metamorphose in response and pay,
Yeah, true.
which is kind of gas, right?
It's kind of.
Oh, I put Otawara in the bottom, so it's like a wash actually. Whatever. Fine. Ooh, okay.
I mean, we're definitely taking the remand, right?
Yeah.
It's awkward because I would really. Where does the stuff go? The bottom.
Yeah, bottom.
Okay.
If it milled,
Yeah.
it'd be kind of gas actually, but
Yeah, we are taking the remand for sure.
it would have been better to sit on it on their turn then, but whatever. You're getting to see all of the modes of Living End, including when they get stuck on 2 because their deck only plays like 19 lands. I think I'm just gonna fire and see what we draw.
For sure.
Ooh.
That we want.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So attack. Just probably Metamorphose Relay.
Yeah, I don't hate it.
We could also like, depending on what we draw, we could just remand our relay. And
Remand the
cast
relay. Yeah, I was actually kind of debating that. That actually, blue red. Yeah, we can just cast their visions.
I think I might trick you into trying this again, huh? With this card.
That no.
Okay, it would have to be a much better card to trick you in coming back.
No amount of there's no card where I'm gonna be like, oh hell yeah, it's time to go play a bunch of Modern Storm. So
Oh, that's kind of nice. I think drawing that's nice. I think, but I'm going to ship both.
yeah, we ship both of these for sure, and we haven't made the land drop right, so we
Right.
can go island relay and then
Yeah, and leave up both
sit
of
on
these
2 things.
essentially, which seems kind of gas to me, honestly.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to winning in 6 turns by just poking them for 2 a bunch with the Scop and Electromancer. It really is just like riding a bike.
If we ever draw Piff, I think our opponent actually is dead on the spot, by the way.
I mean, I assume their hand is full of forces and things. That counts. We drew a piff, right?
Yeah.
We should play the oh, they're both fetches.
Yeah. Doesn't really
Yeah,
matter which one.
because there's a grape shot in the bottom of our deck that we'd like to shuffle back up.
Yep. I'm trying to figure out if we can play around Endurance exiling our graveyard, or like shuffling our graveyard back in.
I mean, maybe they don't play like a ton of green cards, right? Like maybe we could just remand it.
Yeah. In any case, I think I should just lead with the rituals.
Yep.
Or I could just lead with Metamorphose, probably.
I mean, I would leave with Pyretic just so we don't
Okay.
get bottlenecked on red because we're gonna do stuff this turn anyway.
Should I even make blue?
Yeah, I would.
1 blue, 1 red, probably.
Sure.
It doesn't really matter, I think, actually.
Yeah, it really doesn't.
Okay.
So we could. Yeah. Does it actually do anything to like if we hold this desperate ritual? Because what are we wishing for actually?
Past some flames, right?
Um.
It's like we have another wish in the graveyard, right?
Right. Yeah.
Also,
Well,
wish
so
doesn't exile itself, by the way. So
I was working through. Could we wish for grape shot and win that way? But
I don't think we have enough, right? Oh, hold on. This is 3. Wish is 4. Grape shot's 5. Remand 6. Right? So it does work.
we actually do have enough if Remand resolves. But I'm not sure that it will. So there's that.
So I kind of want to get Biff to force out like all of their stuff instead.
Yeah, that getting Biff seems reasonable to me.
Oh, like either one wins if they have nothing. The question is which is better if they.
Would have actually just wished for Piff without casting Desperate Ritual.
Oh,
And
I
then,
see. I see. Yeah. Oh, I already have a blue floating. Okay, we defeated them, Trout.
we did it. We're the best.
Yeah,
We are smart.
So someone asked about wish for grape shot, remand grape shot. Yeah, it would win if they had nothing. I think it's better to get Piff if they have a bunch of mystical disputes. Oh, I guess they can't cast mystical dispute on that because it's red. So maybe
Dispute the Remand, but we had mana to pay.
yeah.
So
So I don't know. Maybe it didn't really matter.
I think probably we were like overthinking it. Like once they force wish, like they're probably gonna counter wish regardless, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because if they don't, we can wish for relay.
Yep.
So
The
realistically, like
yeah.
once wish resolves, we can probably just get grape shot. But
The relays looked really good so far. Like
solid.
I kind of wonder if we were supposed to just sideboard 4 relays instead of any pieces of the puzzle, but I don't know.
No, because you can't just like jam relay on turn 3, which is something you do with pieces of the puzzle sometimes.
Oh, that's true. So maybe a mix of them is good or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, anyways, I have a channel point bet up to see if we will win the next match or not, which means people can gamble points to eventually make me open a shit ton of treasure chests. Alright, this person played Heliod last, which is like white-green creature combo stuff. I guess, right? Like, this is not incredible, but it's fine.
I was a bit too busy voting that we're gonna lose.
Oh, were you?
Yep. Yeah, this hand's good. I'm fine with it.
I see. You were too busy like making fun of us.
Yes.
Oh, well, this is not green-white creature combo. Or at least it's very unlikely to be, right?
Yeah.
I
probably want both of these actually.
Yeah, I think so. I'm just gonna jam Electromancer next turn though.
Hell yeah.
Play Ave Progenitor is I don't think so. It's really hard to cast, but that's it. Have you seen this card, Shrout?
What card?
It's a 2 GG 2/2 with Storm. Alright, whatever. I'm just gonna pull it up. It's too hard to explain.
Yeah, I was like, you said words, and I'm like, that doesn't.
Here we go. This is what Ave does.
All right. Hang on. Hold on a second.
Alright. Our turn now. Oh.
Yeah, that doesn't. Does it copy itself? Is that what Storm does in this context?
No, it's just more copies of Ave are put on the stack.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
Yeah, so like the top copy will resolve. It's not legendary because it says Ave is not legendary if it's a token, otherwise it would defeat the point.
It's a sweet card, but like it's got green in its cost, so it's not for us.
Someone has said 5 oozes is 20 damage. Oh, that's kind of gas actually, I guess, but Growth Spiral, huh? I hope we're not playing against Creativity. Might be Creativity with Growth Spiral in it for God knows what reason, but... "5C Niv. I don't think it's very likely to be 5C Niv when they have two red, blue, green lands. I think it is Creativity, actually. I think it's 100% Creativity because they played this card.
All right. Well, hopefully you know what that means because I sure as fuck don't.
I think I don't even want to play the creature out this turn. I think I just want to like cast Consider and see if I hit a remand or a red land.
Like, so what happens when they cast creativity?
They usually get Archon of Cruelty, and which makes us sacrifice a creature or a planeswalker and lose 3 life.
Okay.
That's why I don't want to cast it, if that makes sense.
Yeah. All right. That checks out.
So I'm just gonna main phase this. If they counter this, whatever, who cares?
In what world are they ever countering that?
I don't know. People do all sorts of maniacal shit. Alright, so now I'm gonna say go. Now if they tap up for creativity, we can at least try to like do something on our turn, right?
Why did we keep Spiral for now? Oh, God, because we need a double red to like.
Yeah,
electronize.
because otherwise it doesn't work, right?
Yep, I follow you.
Growth Spiral means they're playing Primeval Titan. Okay, there's a version of creativity that just plays a bunch of Primeval Titans instead, I guess, which is definitely within their range.
Okay.
Because the theory there, I guess, is like if you were gonna draw like your big creature, but you want to be able to cast it in a real time frame. Oh,
So they like scape shift now?
yeah, no. It's I don't think they're actually scapeshift. I think they're just creativity with the card in it. Does that work? Or am I supposed to just let's see if they get Titan? They get 2 Valakits. The Valakits are mountains, so that's 2 times 2 times 3, right? Which is 12 damage.
We can also bounce the prismatic omen in response. Is that a thing?
Yeah, we can. So I think I'm just gonna say go and see what they do.
Okay.
If they do nothing, we can just play this, right?
Yeah, but we also could have maybe like done stuff. How do they interact with us?
They have like a bunch of bolts or whatever.
Okay.
I'm just gonna cast this now, obviously, if they just say go.
Yep.
Temur Titan, can you link the Decklist Ragnarok? I mean, it's fine to speculate on what their deck is, but I would also like to know, like, if someone actually has a deck list, I can just click on it and figure out what we're supposed to do. Oh, it resolved. Okay. Probably just the classic pile.
That's what I would do.
So this is correct, you think?
Yeah.
Okay.
They'll
Okay.
probably put that Piff in the graveyard,
Yeah.
assuming they have like one piece of interaction.
Okay, so the last list I've seen for this deck has 3 Prismatic Omen, 4 Primeval Titan, and there's only 3 remands, but there's a bunch of Lightning Bolts and Prismari commands.
Gotcha.
Okay, so I think this makes sense.
Do they have Force of Negation?
No. I mean, obviously that's assuming they just copy the stock list, but all of these cards I've seen line up with the cards that we've seen from the deck list.
Oh, they gave us Piff. Nice.
Okay, I think we just lead on Baral. I kind of want to play this out because I've been told, and I can also see, this deck doesn't actually play Scape Shift, so we don't really need this.
True. Yeah, that's fine. So we use 2 islands to cast, or whatever. Yeah, 2 blue sources to cast Brawl.
Yep.
We play Pyretic. They respond by killing the Baral, probably. And then we just let that go. And well, I guess we could have actually just casted our other rituals in response, but probably should have done that.
We're getting free storm, Shrout.
I know, right? How good is empty against this deck?
I don't really want to do it because we still like. Okay, Shrout, we're at 18, right? So if they put a Titan into play, and also have so Titan into play gets 2 Valkits that deals us 12. If they have a land drop that kills us,
Okay.
so I kind of want to try to kill them this turn. Is what I'm saying. So just make blue blue. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, let's do that. Blue, blue.
Do I need to cast this?
Maybe if we okay. So once desperate resolves, we'll have 6 mana, so we can. Yeah, that'll work out. I think that's how we're supposed to proceed here. Like the alternative is to like wish for Galvanic. Basically, is the other thing we can do. But I think it's good. Yeah, we just cast past here.
Okay, well, they also have 6, and I noticed that from timing. They should have probably bluffed, but they also conceded. Wow,
Yep.
Storm's great, Shrout.
Yep. Yep.
Let's see. What do they have? They have 3 Veils of 2 Fluster Storms. Holy shit, that's super annoying.
Oh, Veil of Summer. Man.
Also, old Fluster Storm.
Yeah. Like, why are we playing a Gifts Ungiven deck when every deck has Veil of Summer and Mystical Dispute?
I don't know. Because I wanted to try it.
That checks out. I feel like you're always boarding in the second copy of Galvanic Relay, or this one copy of Galvanic Relay, and if we're doing that, maybe we didn't actually need the third copy of Pieces of the Puzzle on the sideboard.
I'm leaving one. Oh, I see what you're saying. So this should just be something else.
Or we should be boarding it in. I'm not sure.
I see. Okay, maybe I should just board it.
Is Mystical Dispute? I guess Mystical Dispute's good.
It's pretty good, I think. Like,
Maybe also maybe it should just be the second copy of Mystical Dispute, because like maybe I was just underestimating that card.
Maybe. Do we just play pieces over a Discover?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Fuck Discover.
Yeah. Okay. I think so far I've determined that this is probably a scam.
Yep.
We're gonna complain about the deck the entire time, go 5-0 and say leagues are noise. Well, which part of this assumption is incorrect?
Leagues are definitely noise.
Yeah.
Like that's true no matter what our record is.
Oh, this hand's pretty fantastic though. Oh, it's missing a bunch, but I think this like you can never mulligan this hand.
Yes, that's all right.
Okay. Jack, stop trolling us. How many brawls do you think we need?
I mean, probably 2. Like we probably needed more than just the first copy, so I'm like not unhappy about this. And now we can just jam one of them.
I'm trying to figure out which land.
You're debating if we're ever going to use this Otawara.
Yeah, pretty much. I think I'm gonna just leave this in my hand.
Yeah.
We did scry a land to the bottom, or we scryed a brawl to the bottom, so like fetching is kind of a wash.
Right. Even though this guy's probably dying.
Yeah, that's fine. And we play another one. Look at that hard evidence go.
What are you? Okay.
It makes 2 tokens, which is the key point. We can't really do very much, so probably just play lands, say go. Attacking doesn't even do anything.
Yeah, we can. Do they have like Anger of the Gods or something like that that would
No.
punish us for having 2 guys in play?
Well, I was thinking, what if we want to consider into remand?
We can Manamorphose to do that if we're desperate.
So just Manamorphose float 2 blue, consider remand.
Yeah. Also, does Otawara? What does our Otawara cost?
3. Oh no, it's 2 and a blue because we have a legend.
Right, and then once
Oh,
we,
yeah.
but it doesn't reduce channel cost, right? So it's
Yeah, it
gonna
does. It does.
no, like Electromancer doesn't.
Yeah, so that's why I think it's just correct to leave this up.
Okay.
No, so
I wouldn't have
okay.
done that, but whatever.
No, I think it's good.
I would have just gotten the Electromancer into play.
Now I guess consider. Probably want that, right?
Yeah.
Alright. And probably just untap. Kind of don't want to jam here because A, it feels like they're jammed up on mana, so like
Yeah,
jamming
I
seems
agree.
kind of bad. B, I can just play out the Electromancer now. Although
Yeah, I don't know.
it's
I
kind of
don't
the
know what
same
to say.
situation though.
I mean, it is, but I think we should have done this last turn anyway. So
Okay.
I also would have just fetched the island, but whatever.
Why? What's the reason to
Uh,
fetch Island?
so that we don't have to shock ourselves more. And
Okay.
wouldn't mind, you say? Oh yeah, that's true. Now we can do the Otawara thing. That's kind of sweet.
I mean, being at 18 for Valakut triggers, I don't think it's going to matter very much because they already have 2 Valakuts, so every land deals 6.
Can we keep them off Valakut triggering at all?
We can as well, yeah. Shrout does not have an actual camera. That is an old picture of him, Taco Wallace. But thank you. So yes, it is frozen because it was intended to be frozen.
Frozen in time.
Yeah. Are we supposed to do anything?
I kind of feel like we are, but I don't know what. So
I think we can just lead off by casting Manamorphose and see what happens.
yep, that works.
The real problem is like Flusterstorm's such a nuisance, but I'm not sure we can do a lot about that.
Phil Silverman with the stone cold soul read. Yes, I do have shoulder length pandemic hair for sure.
Alright, I'm gonna cast another Manamorphose and see where it goes.
I would cast the Pyretic because we're gonna wish regardless, aren't we?
Well, Cathal, these lists play a lot of Flusterstorms, it seems like, so I'm not sure. Do you want to cast Electromancer then?
Let's cast Manamorphose first, but we probably will, yeah.
I'm just making blue-red, right?
Yeah. Again, I don't know how we get punished for having a
no,
bunch
hold
of
on.
Electromancer.
Hold on, you know what we can do? We can just bounce the Omen with Otawara. That forces them to make blue, then we can move to second main.
Okay, that is kind of sweet.
Yeah.
So we spend our mana on Electromancer.
Yeah, this is actually really smart. I'm not sure I would have seen that. In fact, I can tell you I did not see that. That is a good call.
Yeah, that is pretty dope.
Otawara is much better than Island here. I will say that.
So they probably have mystical dispute.
I
Is the
mean,
thing they're
it
sitting
doesn't
on.
really matter because we can just put it all out. Do we get an attack? We do actually.
Oh, we do.
Sick. So if I would just block both. Guess not. No, I guess I try to kill them, right? In the opposite. Well, it's not
How we?
deterministic, but we should just try to do something, right?
It's pretty close. Yeah, we just wish for Piff, right? This wish costs 1, and Piff costs 1, so we're golden on mana. Like I don't know if we need to worry about force of negation or anything like that, but
No, their deck doesn't have enough blue cards. Wow, that was sick. Yeah,
That was sick.
Otawara was really, really, really good there. In that it like mana shorted our opponent out of blue mana, right?
Yep.
Well, Cathal, the issue if Wish resolves, we'd have no issue with killing them. The question was how did we get around the blue mana, and someone else actually gave the answer. Like, it is trivial to kill our opponent if the Wish resolves.
Yep.
Alright.
You know what's tragic?
What?
Is I lost my precious predict channel points when we won that match.
Is it that tragic? I feel like you had it coming because you bet against yourself.
It's true. That's true.
Like, I don't know what you want me to tell you because. Okay, if I did ask that, then that's fair. But otherwise.
You didn't actually ask. You just like stated very confidently that it wasn't deterministic, even though it definitely was. So.
Okay.
But I let it go.
That's fair. Right. Well, I blame Shrout for everything, including winning and losing.
Yeah, I'll take it.
You will. So, what other games have you been playing?
I played a lot of TFT for a little bit.
Yeah, but then you quit.
Yeah, I don't know.
Are you back on the CK3 grind?
It's not a grind exactly. I played that game some. I don't know. I bounce around. I've been playing a good amount of Destiny.
Oh, nice. I don't know what that is, but
new Destiny expansion came out recently.
all right. Did I just fetch shock? Probably not, right?
I would fetch Island.
Okay, that's also reasonable. Do I need a second gifts?
Yeah, in the dark, I might keep both of these. Is that crazy?
No, I was thinking about that actually. And the reason to do that is what if you get discard spelled, right?
Right. And the annoying thing is we're gonna be like bottlenecked on like if they kill Electromancer, we're kind of boned. But like there's no Cavern of Souls kill Electromancer deck, so we're good.
All right. You know the jig here.
I have done this dance. I don't. They might have like added a bunch of good cards.
No, they
probably
didn't. They not in game 1.
Okay.
Is that fair? Like, I mean, they may like endurance you or some nonsense, but that's like easy enough to beat.
Right. Well, look at this. I'm like, hey, did they add anything? Any good cards? And then they
Oh, sure. But we're gonna just try to kill them this turn, right? Like,
we literally aren't going to kill them this turn. So.
what was the correct way to do this? I don't remember anymore. It kind of just
play Pyretic and then
Manamorphose in case if you hit a desperate, I guess, right?
Yeah, I might actually. I think the technically correct way. It doesn't matter in game 1. It genuinely does not matter. I always had the habit of like trying to gifts when I would like play one ritual and then cast gifts before I did anything else, so that they didn't know how much mana I had access to.
But here it literally doesn't matter. I believe they're dead by so much that we even have another gifts in hand. So
right.
I just get the piff, right?
Yep. You can do whatever you want.
Oh, that's tragic. for some people who live in certain countries, they can't gamble. Actually, I see you as a better. Okay, our opponent conceded. Wow, maybe Storm is just a sick metagame call.
Well, maybe we're just great. Maybe we're just geniuses. Let's go with that.
I don't really like empty versus engineered explosives either. So this is about right?
I never liked empty in this matchup.
Like you could go after their amulets, but I think that's like not what you want to do.
Agree.
I think probably this is correct.
Yeah.
Can we shave 8 or mana bears? Because
For
they
what?
don't. I guess that's a good point. Probably nothing then.
Or like a third copy of gifts or something like that. I mean, the mana bears are good, so I would just leave all the creatures.
I guess they're actually better now that we have more 3s in the deck as well, right? The government needs to get its cut from gambling channel points. Ben Barry, sure. I mean, I guess game 1, a deck with Dothy Voidwalker is unpleasant because that's like it's Shrout. You probably haven't seen this. It's a black 3/2 that like lines one person, and just like, well, that's nonsense.
Is that the cards you play?
Sometimes in like Rakdos, like imagine Jun cutting green, and then they sometimes play it.
Right.
I think this is actually a keep on the draw, but is that correct?
Yeah. No, this hand seems fine to me.
Person always has a lot of amulets, though.
Is Dispute actually even good in this matchup?
I think it's good. Okay, well, probably don't need that.
No, we do not need the gifts.
The Servant Visions was actually kind of a sick draw, actually.
That's solid.
Well, if I wasn't going to draw a land, I would rather draw Serum Visions, I think, right? Oh, that is terrifying.
Are we dead?
I don't think they can turn to... Well, actually, they can. Never mind.
Yeah, if they have Azusa, they can.
Yeah. Or if they have Explore. Also, Grazer does it, actually. It's kind of sick. Yeah, I guess we're dead. That's kind of... I miss when our deck could turn too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's big sads.
Can Otawara bounce lands?
No. Also, someone said the Luris deck destroys us. Luris is not legal. Oh, if they don't play the Double Strike land, we might be alive, but... Never mind. One in Interactive Magic is correct. Alright, we are dead.
What does alive actually do here? We like draw
No,
our island?
we're actually dead. We take...
Dead?
Well, they can get Sun Home and Vesuva on the attack. That's 16 plus 8, that's 24 damage.
Yep. Yeah, that'll do it.
Oh. I mean, I didn't ask why. Alright, so... This person also went really fast, so they probably know how the deck works. That was a sick hand from our opponent. We literally got turn 2'd. Count your actions? Yeah, I mean, they had Amulet, Bounce Land, Grazer, right? Which was just enough to, like, do everything.
Yeah. It is kind of funny that, like, I can just pick up a Storm deck and just be like, yeah, cast the spells, do the things. I know what's up. If I picked up an Amulet deck, my brain would melt, and I would just, like, walk away rather than finish the game.
Hate Industry says the 2 people at my LGS that are on Amulet are unbearable. Interesting. Is it because they play a lot of Grizzly Bears in their Amulet deck?
Why would I get the joke you're making.
You walked into the trap, Shrout.
Yeah, you could put it that way.
Wow, there's so many different reactions to that joke. Yeah, does that make them bearable or unbearable or bearless? A lot of good questions from the chat today.
I'm unimpressed with your bear jokes.
Dude, you're literally unimpressed with everything I do.
Well,
Well,
no, I got pretty excited when we won the first 3 matches.
first 3.
Wait, this is the 3rd match, isn't it? Shit.
Yeah.
All right.
God, you fucking curse us now. I can just see it coming. Oh yeah, Wild Beastie, I still have a few boxes of this Korean yogurt soda, which is delicious and also not very healthy for you.
Yogurt
Because
soda.
yeah, well, it's like Korean style and it's carbonated and it's delicious, but it's definitely unhealthy for you if you just look at how much sugar is in it. I'll give you a hint, there's 31 grams of sugar.
I could probably go for
Wow.
31 grams of sugar right now.
Liquid Jinro knew the name of it. Oh wait, okay, it is Milk Kiss actually. Seems like I do not want either of these. They don't seem like they do anything.
Does Brawl die in this matchup?
Sometimes they have Dismember, but they have like 3 Dismembers, so I'm just going to bottom both.
Yeah. I'm still super skeptical of this Mystical Dispute, but maybe you will prove me wrong.
It would have been really good in our first matchup, the Living End matchup.
No, I meant like boarding it in here.
Oh sure.
I would just take 2.
Because we scried 2 bad cards to the bottom, so we don't really want to shuffle them back in.
Right.
Getting beat by Amulet on turn 2 feels just as bad as Hogak on turn 2. I'm not sure about that, but no. Big sads. That is kind of tragic, actually, but whatever.
Yeah, it kind of is. I guess we just, man, this is awkward. I kind of want to crack the fetch because I want to shuffle the Brawl back up.
That's fine, but I'm going to say go.
Yeah. I just want to sit here.
Because if they have a bounce land, they could play Titan next turn off of Castle Garenbrig. Castle Garenbrig's really good, too. Like, this is basically fucking Ancient Tomb in this deck. Okay. Wish I had Gitaxian Probe.
Oh, man.
That card is so insane. Like, just think about how stupid that card is, Shrout. Oh. Okay. Guess I just shocked this and then play Brawl.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yes.
If they have another Dismember, so be it. That's fine.
So be it.
So be it. Ideally, they packed into Titan. Oh yeah, if they packed into Titan, that's gas because we just, let the pack.
I feel like it would be very foolish of them to do that, considering the way we've played this game.
I think I should just remand this, actually.
Can we Mystical Dispute it?
Oh, we
Isn't
can.
that better?
Yeah, that's better. I forgot. God, Brawl's so good. We just get our mana leaks. Mana leak with looting attached? Probably don't need this one, right?
Probably not.
And then we're going to untap into pieces of the puzzle, which is a time-honored tradition for this channel.
It definitely is.
Actually, should I Electromancer pieces for a single blue? Probably, right?
Yeah, I think that's what we do here.
Attacking's pointless because they'll block. Okay, Manamorphose, Past in Flames. Does it mill the rest? It does!
Yes, it does. So we can...
Let's see. So Piff costs 3 to flashback or 2 up front.
If we take 2 Manamorphoses, we can't actually do anything. So I would take...
Wait, why can't we do anything?
Because we Play Manamorphose, have 2 mana. Play second Manamorphose, have 3 mana. And then Past in Flames costs 3 out of the graveyard, right?
Yeah, but we could wish for a single red. Oh, then no, that Piff also costs 3. I see.
Yeah. So what I would do here is take Manamorphose, Remand.
And just say go.
Mhm.
That actually seems reasonable, because if we untap, I think we can probably kill them with these remands on Grape Shot.
Agree.
Yeah. I mean, we basically have 3... Well, we have 3 Grape Shots in our hand, right? 1, 2, 3.
Yep.
So I'd probably Manamorphose Piff next turn first.
Yeah.
We could also Manamorphose for double remand if we need to. I don't think we're going to need to, personally, but... Okay, well, that makes everything very easy, I think, right?
It was already pretty easy once we untapped, but yeah.
Yeah, whatever. I don't even have to attack, really, I think.
No, you don't need to. Yeah, just cast your Metamorphoses, cast your Past in Flames, recast your Metamorphoses. I guess we're casting this piece of the puzzle since we have it.
Yeah.
I feel like we have enough gas.
I mean, we do have a lot of gas, and...
I would just cast the Past in Flames. Yeah.
Alright. Shrout! We're 3-0 with Storm in the year 2020!
It's weird. In the year 2020. Jarvis knows what year it is.
Oh, hold on. It's March 720, 2020.
720? What now?
Okay, how many days are in a year? Is this Lydia's list? We changed a few cards because I don't believe in playing fetchless. I think that, like, that makes a lot of assumptions about the deck that I think don't make sense. And we added a bolt over the second dispute because I fucking hate Eidolon of the Great Rebel.
We cut the 4th command for the 4th consider, I think.
Yeah, that's also true. But besides that, I don't know, like, Wish seems fine. I don't actually believe in discovering the possible, but whatever. It's, like, been the easiest card to side out, right?
Yeah, I'm very skeptical of Discover the Impossible. It's not been great.
But Remand's been pretty good. So it probably is correct to just play 4. I probably just wouldn't play any Discovers, but it does make sense to try it, you know?
We start 3-0, and Jarvis is like, no, we should probably play 4 Remand. 4 Remand's been great. But, like, we've had 3 matchups where Remand is good.
Yeah, that's actually true. Like, we played against Living End, where Remand is fantastic, probably the best card possible in the matchup, right?
Yeah.
And we played against Indomitable Creativity, which Remand's probably the best card in the matchup. Okay, so Genro, we'll explain the Veil thing real quick. The last time Shroud and I tried Veil, what was exactly the issue?
So, it's really bad against the Ghost Quarter decks, and, like, in particular, and, like, blue-white just in general. Because they have both Ghost Quarter and Path to Exile, they tend to, like, run you out of basics pretty quickly. And so we were down to like 2 islands, 1 mountain, and not having the 4th basic in our deck just kept punishing us. And then there were also a bunch of weird spots where we would like not know whether or not we were supposed to like search for green or not. Like it's not free. Was the point.
I agree.
It is very far from free to add breeding pools.
I agree with all of that, and I also think the core issue with Veil is that it's actually kind of hard to leave it up even versus like Death Shadow, because you kind of want to spend your mana casting your cantrips as well. So I think it has also that inherent issue that it's not very good. But also since I was about to point this out, but Matt McCullough just pointed out, Path and GQ are not heavily played from White Blue anymore, because they play Prismatic Ending and like all of the Storm Giants instead now.
Oh, okay. So
like basically I think their role in the matchup is they would probably just try to lock you out with counter spells instead of trying to, like, you know, Ghost Quarter your lands or whatever, you know. They don't even have Path, they have Prismatic Ending, which is I would say significantly worse versus this deck than Path is.
Yeah. Well,
There,
maybe it is good. I don't know.
well, there is one deck that plays 4 Leonin Arbiter and 4 Ghost Quarter and all of that setup. It's like white-green taxes with Aether Vial and Yorion. So in that matchup, I think not having green in your deck would actually be good.
Right.
But also just not having fetch lands in your deck would actually be good as well. Like, I don't believe in fetch lists, but if you play against a literal Leonin Arbiter, it is actually better to have no fetch lands in your deck.
Yeah.
Like, it sounds stupid, but that's literally the matchup where it improves a lot.
Come up. That's a thing. Deck
I
people
know.
play.
I've lost that freaking Leonin Arbiter as this deck before, and it always like pains me. For Nefet knew the person's name. The person whose list we started copying is named Lydia. I don't know what they or she had in mind really, because like it's kind of hard to just look at a deck list and decide what they had in mind, right?
Right.
All right. Our opponent is Gigantha. I think that generally means. Actually, it could mean almost anything. It used to mean Tron, but I'm going to keep this hand anyways.
Yeah, this has to keep it regardless.
How does Galvanic Relay feel? Fantastic. I would actually consider playing 3.
Well, I wouldn't. I mean, relay has felt good, but I would not consider playing 3.
Okay, we're playing against the Death Shadow with Gigantha, which I don't really think is a thing you should do. I think you should just like cut this card and play Murktide Region instead.
It means our remands are a lot worse.
This is a bad matchup for remand.
Yep. So, I mean, especially if they don't have Murktide.
It's also hard to remand a Murktide versus that deck.
But they could just play Gurmag Angler, right?
They could, but they don't generally. Like I think they
believe we
kind of want to keep both, right?
Yeah, okay. I was about to say I think we want the Metamorphosis and not the Pyretic, but I actually do think we want both.
Yeah. I'm gonna put it like that because I think I'd rather they like just see a hand of 2 Predicts and take one. Death and Taxes already made a comeback. Should I play this out into a removal spell? Probably, right?
Yeah, I would.
Yeah. I mean, it's like almost a lock to die. Also, I've played a lot of Death Shadow lately, so I didn't really feel like playing it again. But I do think Death Shadow is also decent still.
What's the text on Unholy Heat?
If you have Delirium, it deals 6.
So we should have played Brawl probably.
Yeah, you're right. Whoops. I'm a doof.
You are the Doof Warrior.
I don't think Shadow's weakness is playing against decks that have a lot of removal, especially if you have Croxa in your deck. Alright, I'm gonna play this in Sego.
Okay. I was getting ready to work through like what we have to wish for that matters here, if anything. Because we could have Pyretic, Metamorphose, Brawl, Wish, done stuff. Now we're kind of boned. So there's that.
Could we have? I didn't work it out. I probably should have.
Well, I don't know. Maybe not, but I wanted
Yeah.
to
Okay,
to work
sure.
it out instead of just jamming.
I actually just assumed we couldn't. I think maybe Ritual Gifts End Step is correct here.
What are we gifting for?
Standard setup doesn't do anything, so probably not that. There's no empty in our main deck, so that's out. What happens if we just get like Ritual, Grape Shot, Pass and Flames?
We get Past in Flames and Grape Shot probably, and then we have like Manamorphose, then 3 mana, and nothing happens. Would be my prediction, but
Should I just cast Manamorphose first to see what we should do?
yeah, let's do that.
Alright. Because if we hit a mana idiot, it might be worth waiting. So what does
Okay,
that mean?
that's interesting. So now, if we ritual gifts, we will have access to 5 mana. So we can get
I mean,
we can,
I think we're supposed to do it regardless, is what I'm saying.
yeah, no, I think we ritual gifts, and if we get 2 rituals, Past in Flames, Manamorphose, then we can probably,
Is that
or 2 rituals. Yeah. Play Steam Vents on taps, and then Pyretic,
yeah.
and then gifts.
I mean, I think that's going to happen 100% of the time. We just have to figure out what to get.
So if we get Past in Flames, Desperate, Pyretic, and if we get like we could get a land, and if we do that, then we are guaranteed to have 6 mana, and then we can, or 7 if they put Past in Flames in the
I
graveyard,
see.
and then
Then
we
we
can like,
can ritual, Pass in Flames, ritual, wish, grape shot, but that's not enough, right? Oh no, but there's a Metamorphose and we can sneak into Serum Visions.
well, we may not be able, we don't have enough mana.
What if we just get grape shot instead of Metamorphose?
Then then they can give us Grape Shot and Pass in Flames, and we don't have enough mana. That's my concern. We could also get we could get Baral.
So they won't give us Baral, and they'll give
then
us Ritual Pass in Flames?
Yeah.
I guess that's fine, actually. This is fine, right?
Yeah.
This is assuming they don't draw anything, obviously. If they draw something, like, then it gets really complicated to figure out.
Yeah, the Baral, like it turns on like Bolt as a live draw, which is a little awkward. But
They only play. They don't have Delirium right now. They only play 1 Bolt, 1 Fatal Push.
okay.
Yo, we got a raid from Court of Calls, who was probably streaming Draft. Thanks for the raid, my friend.
Hey, what up?
This is very much not Draft. Okay, that's pretty good. I think I'm just gonna lead with Brawl, obviously.
Yeah. I mean, we have to just play as if their card was blank, but it was not. It was Drown the Lock. So
Okay, so if they draw a fetch land, we die.
yes.
This kind of shit. Fuck!
Yeah.
This matchup always kind of sucked, actually, I think.
Yeah, it was rough.
But we actually had a window to win, it's just... Maybe I should have thought more in the turn where I just shipped. I just assumed there wasn't enough, but obviously that was super, super annoying. Alright. This... Usually Stock Shadow has a lot of, like, Graveyard Hate post board, so... Well, we were actually winning if we didn't get interacted with on that draw step, but obviously they drew something good, so we lost instead. 1 relay and probably call it.
Are we?
Hold on, Bolt is good for Ragavan DRC. So what do you want to take out? Probably these because they died.
Yeah. We probably want like all of them then, right? Like all the bolts,
Yeah, probably.
and then we can cut a remand.
Oh yeah, Remand's dog shit.
We may actually want to cut more remands and bring an Electromancer back in.
Yeah, that's what I actually think we should do. Because Remand's really bad in this matchup, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Braid's not the worst. I think that's a little too expensive, even though it does make sense to answer like a Nihil Spellbomb or something, but
Yeah, but also answering Graveyard Hate is like not really how this is going to play out post board. I don't think. So, yeah, I'm fine with submitting this. I like the way this looks.
I think from their side, when I play the matchup, I would side out like threats generally, because you don't need that many threats if you have a lot of disruption. Do you keep? It's just like 7 cards where they kind of don't do anything, but I think
I would keep.
yeah, they're just like a discard deck is the actual issue.
It's fine.
So it's really nice outside here. It's like 72 degrees. I have a window.
I have not been outside today, so I cannot confirm or deny about old Kentucky.
Kentucky.
Other than to say it's always nice in Kentucky.
Is it always nice in Kentucky?
Sure.
Also, kind of miss having Arya Flame in the sideboard for this matchup. That card is a banger.
Right.
The whiskey is always nice in Kentucky. I guess that's fair. What? Don't they know about this?
They do.
Why would you dash instead of just play it, right?
I don't know. I'm kind of confused.
Am I supposed to play Metamorphose to see what happens?
Yeah, we definitely are.
It might mean they have another Ragavan. Right.
That is probably what it means.
If we had drawn like an action spell, I think we should try to do stuff on that turn cycle, but why not play Arya? Because I'm not gonna lie, I haven't done a lot of work on Storm, so I just like modified a list that did well lately. Where's our Belcher? Not here. Okay. Come on, deck. Come on, give us something good. Get to see our top card before we get to see it.
Well, that's not good.
I think we're losing by a lot.
What's this thing do when it connects? Anything?
Nah, it's just flying wild in a cattle that also has card selection.
Okay.
So like it's a really broken card, obviously, but now they leave up Drown in the Lock. Right.
Yeah, we're dead as hell.
I'm still gonna try for it, obviously. But Relay would have been really good to draw right there, actually.
Yes.
Because I think there's zero chance that they counter like an intermediate ritual. But I think what's going to happen is we are going to be dead because they are surveilling away all cards that don't disrupt us.
I might have, instead of casting Metamorphose there, I might have led with like Desperate Splice Desperate.
Oh, and see if they counter.
Yeah.
Well, we can do that this turn, actually. Should I just like bait them?
Yes, I would. Because we don't need all these rituals anyway, so. And then if it resolves, we just pass the turn, which is great.
Nah, brah. Nah. This is just like the juiciest. But also, it surveils too, so it's like not even like they're giving up that much. And they left a card on top. Holy
We literally can't beat a single Drown in the Lock, so it's like good that we got through a single Drown in the Lock, but yeah, they probably have 4. Don't they know about 2 rituals? They do.
All right. Chat, we need a good top deck and for them to have nothing. Okay, well, that doesn't actually do much. So we just need a good top deck now.
Yeah, we just need Wish or Wish. Has to be Wish, actually.
Pass and Flames for Grape Shot.
Oh, yeah, Pass would do it. Yeah, Piff or Wish.
Does Gifts do it? Probably not. I didn't count, though.
I don't think so.
Wait, they left the Electromancer? So they have Unholy Heat, I guess? Alright, let's think about this. Can I play around Spell Pierce?
You could, like... You could... So, alright, if you play Electromancer, then no. And then, so you could, like, Pyretic, and then play Electromancer.
Yeah, then that plays around Wish. Or wait, hold on. So, tap these 2 for... Or tap these 2 for Pyretic. If they pierce, that's fine. Then we just go. Oh, I kind of want to sneak this in, but all right, whatever. Let's just play the pro deck first. We have to
How common is? I mean, is Pierce something that we need to worry about? Oh, they literally put one in the graveyard.
Yes,
didn't they?
I was just gonna hover over this until you said something.
Well, all right. So, like, can we? Maybe they just decided that it wasn't good because we have all these rituals. Well, I don't know.
All right, whatever.
Is that a thing?
I think we should just cast this first and see what they do.
All right. Yeah. Now we cast Electromancer. And hang on.
Hang on.
I think we. No, never mind. We're still worried about Spell Pierce.
Yeah. I don't think we actually need much to win. All right, cool. It was just Unholy Heat, so I'm just gonna cast all my shit.
The problem is we can't wish for Piff now, and I don't think wishing for anything else is actually good. So I kind of think we played
Why
ourselves.
can't we wish for Piff? Oh no, I see. I can wish for empty, but that loses.
Yeah,
And wish
for Grape Shot and clear the board, and that's. Yeah, we played ourselves. We should have just not like worried about Spell Pierce.
felt like we could play around it, but I guess I was wrong.
We
Wait,
could-
hold on. Didn't we just get the 2 mana back?
Yeah. Well, what we could have done is played like after we resolved Electromancer, we should have just cast Wish and then responded to the bolt with double Ritual rather than casting Ritual.
I
That's
see.
what I was trying, which is what I was about to suggest, and I was
see.
like, oh wait, we were already talking about Spell Pierce because that line loses to Spell Pierce, so that's why I was.
I guess I have to get Grapeshot and kill everything and hope they don't. And then it's just a top deck war, but we're probably unfavored there.
Unless there's something I'm missing. If we get. Yeah, that's what we have to do.
That sucks. Okay, I guess you're right. Because this would cost. How much less would that cost? That would have cost 2. So we would have. Wait, no, we still couldn't win, right?
Yeah, I guess that only saves.
Yeah, that only saves 1 mana, right? So it's
Yeah.
it's actually identical.
Yeah, actually, it is the same.
It sucks, but maybe they just have no threats left. That one's targeting that. This is targeting that. So it's same target. Same target. 1, 2, 3. Do I want to dome them from 1?
I don't see why not.
I mean,
Their Death Shadow's lethal anyway.
Yeah, never mind. Okay.
I guess if they draw Death Shadow and then we draw Bolt, then that would be good. But
Yeah, that okay. Probably we aren't supposed to deal them 1 then. But seems like we're dead to this as well.
this matchup seems bad. I'm just gonna throw that out there.
You're not wrong. I mean, I'm casting my spells. Now we get to see if they have Spell Pierce. Oh, they didn't have Spell Pierce. Fuck. Alright, we played ourselves then. But as we just mentioned, we couldn't actually do anything, right?
Yeah, not that I can see.
Because Electromancer actually netted us mana, right? It would have netted us 1, and it still wouldn't have been enough.
Yeah, we still would have been 1 short of actually casting Past Emblems. So.
Well, the other problem with emptying them to death is they sometimes side in explosives anyways.
Right.
That was tragic.
Yeah, like have being on an empty plan and then just have them having like 2/3/3 flyers is the biggest tilt-a-whirl. I'm not used to that. That's a new look for me. That makes me sad. I'm off. Off the deck, off the game, off the format.
No, what? Hold on. You weren't even on the game before this.
Yeah, I know.
So get out of here with that nonsense. Saying you're off it now when you were already off it is just a lie.
I had a toe through the door when we started 3-0, but I've pulled the toe back in now.
Oh yeah, we're just getting the Storm 5-0, which is 3-2 or 4-1. It's like the Jun 5-0.
That works. I'll take it. I accept.
Will you take it, Shrout?
I mean, a lot of my Storm 5-0s were actual 5-0s back in the day, so I don't know.
You don't know. Now show Shrout, Blastoise, and Lexi. Alright. I guess we're to the part of the stream where I just show you random cards and you can complain about how stupid they are.
Oh, I know this card is a thing. I couldn't tell you what it does exactly, but yeah, this card's dumb as hell. And it's like a card that you can only get from some like nonsense, right?
It's only in treasure chests, correct?
How would you get them in the real world?
They come in the Neon Dynasty Commander deck.
And only in the Neon Dynasty Commander deck?
No, you can open them in like a special booster type, like a collector booster.
Okay. Just the fact that there even are special collector boosters.
I know. It actually drives me nuts that there's like set boosters, sorry. But those are not the same as draft boosters. But yes, it is ridiculous in my opinion that there's like 7,000 different avenues of distributions of cards and alternate arts. It drives me nuts personally, but if other people like it, whatever. Like that's their prerogative.
It counts itself when it like comes into play as a 5/5 and stays.
Yeah,
that way?
I don't know why it's worded that way, but it's also like I was holding a bunch of Pyroblasts, then my opponent Cavern Turtle and played this thing, and my Pyroblast didn't do anything because you can't kill it once it's in play because it's Ward 4. And Ward 4 is basically infinite.
Yep.
I mean,
this card's bullshit, for sure.
Well, like, to be fair, if you really want to deal with this sort of thing in Legacy, you probably can. Like, people started playing Energy Flux, and that's like a real hateful card for this sort of thing.
It's not like artifacts have to pay their mana cost or something like that?
No. Energy Flux is an enchantment from originally, I think, like Legends, maybe 4th edition. Every artifact gains pay 2 during upkeep or sacrifice this.
Yeah, that's what I just said. But okay, yeah. Yeah, that'll work. Horrendous for anyone who works in the secondary market. Yeah, I mean, the secondary market just seems like a train wreck at this point. But that's my, like, jaded, like, I bounced, like, perspective. So I don't want to be, like, too negative about it, but man.
No. Keep ranting.
Man.
No. And then let me tell chat that if you all enjoy Shrout's rants, you should just hit that sub button or hit that follow button. Because I will get him to come back and rant some more. Or I'll try to.
It's not a train wreck, it's thriving. I mean, that's good. That's good.
Yeah, no, actually, I think stores are doing pretty well again. Like, I know a lot of my local stores are sold out of a bunch of stuff, for better or worse. I guess I don't know what kind of sign that is. But, like, people want to still play Magic.
Could go either way, yeah.
Harlan Fear says, I miss Shrout.
Dude, I miss Harlan Fear.
Is it sold out because of selling or not buying? Probably a little both, actually, but
I just find the idea of like draft boosters and set boosters just like odious.
Yo,
knowing that exists just makes me want to like.
We got a prime sud from Vedsy. How would you pronounce that? Vedxy.
Vedsy. Yeah.
Vegsy. You need. It's just that, dude. I know it's you, but I wanted to say your name in a funny way. All right. Yeah. So this is Storm. We're 3-1. Vedex is not available for 6 months. What happened? What happened to your username? Also, this looks like a keep to me.
Yeah, this looks solid. Yeah, my concern, Nee, would be that like the like if all the like good cards are in set boosters but not draft boosters, then like nobody drafts.
and that results in like nobody actually opening cards. Because I feel like most of the actual influx of singles came from people like playing limited. But maybe that was never the case, and that was just my like
I think that's a
perspective.
little bit of the case, and also kitchen sink. Like, there are a bunch of there's like a contingent of casual players that just like open a bunch of boxes per set and then sell
Yeah,
the cards
I
that they
know
don't
those
want.
people exist, but I don't know if they sell cards. Maybe they do. Maybe
I
that's
think
maybe
that.
that's
Also, I believe our opponent's playing Urzatron because they went to 4 cards and started on Blast Zone. There's not a lot of decks that like have that play pattern. All right, it is. It looks like Eldrazi-tron. You remember this matchup as well.
That's another. Okay, Eldrazi-tron and Storm both seem like decks that people probably should have quit playing in like 2019.
Should I
Here we
keep
are.
this Gifts Ungiven?
I don't know what we're playing against.
It's
so
Eldrazi-tron.
You're confident of that?
Yes, I will bet a large sum of money it's Eldrazi-tron.
Okay. Probably then, because I think if we draw a critter, we're in real good shape.
Okay.
If we have this.
I also think we should keep it, but I wanted to consult with you.
Does Eldrazi-tron gain things? Is it improved?
I'm not going to
Probably
answer
not.
that question.
You're trying to avoid naming a card because you're superstitious?
No. Here they can't have anything. Well, I mean, there are things they could have, but it's not a big deal. Try Manamorphous looking for a critter.
I think I would.
Right. I mean, it got Boseiju, but that doesn't really do anything. Ah, good. Good card.
Yep. It's a solid one.
Should I just burn the other one?
Yeah, let's do it.
Right. Because if you draw a critter here, it's really good for you. Oh, good.
Oh, wait. Hold on, hang on. We're considering.
Yeah. Sorry. Okay, there it is. No, I'm not gonna bin. So it looks like we maybe have a turn 4 wrapped up, but that's like pretty slow.
So you drew it just in time for it to get thought not seared.
Alright, if that happens, I'm just rage quitting. Wait. Maybe this isn't E-Tron. Oh, it's Dice Factory. Oh, that deck is so goofy. Also, it has a very goofy name.
Oh man, alright.
You've probably never seen this deck, have you?
This is why I was like, are you sure it's Eldrazi-tron? Because it could be some nonsense.
So
I think I have seen.
So, well, what I want to do is I want to go Baral Grape Shot the Core Tapper.
Yeah, that checks out.
Because I think it's actually that dangerous.
Yeah. Tarn for Mountain, right? And then.
Yeah. Also, I just lost my bet to you for a large sum of money. Remember that?
All the money in the world. How did you phrase it? Everything I own.
I said a large sum of money. I didn't say everything I own.
Okay, I was just trying to escalate.
I know you were.
Thank you for keeping me honest.
Wait, also this is a monkey? It looks like a monkey. It's an invigorating hot spring Saru. So how much money do I owe you, Shrout?
A large sum. It's been established.
Okay, but you didn't actually... I don't know.
$12. We'll take it. Yeah, there we go.
Wait, so what? I have Shattering Spree? Ooh, this is probably pretty good in this matchup. Ensnaring Bridge. Hello to cards I do not care.
Yeah, that doesn't
Wait,
do
hold
anything.
on. I think they're dead with this draw, right?
Yeah, you just have 6 mana, right? So you can just Pyretic, Past in Flames, Manamorphose, and then you can just go do whatever you want at that point. Like you have enough mana. So
I can also cast the gifts first, right?
Yeah. Oh, and they have no cards in hand? Yeah. So yeah, do that.
I don't even have to get Past in Flames.
True. Although I don't know what you do get, because you already have the Grape Shot in your graveyard, so...
Should I just get Wish?
That doesn't seem like it does anything either.
Should I just get, like, Serum Visions? Or Consider?
Yeah. Actually, get Wish, because they probably won't give it to you.
Okay. Fair enough.
Actually, I don't know why I said that. Of course they're going to give it to you. But it just doesn't matter, so who cares?
Yeah.
You don't know that.
Yeah.
I'll just. Oh. Oh no, that doesn't do anything. Actually.
No. Now we cast the Piff, and then we cast the rituals, and then we do the dance.
All right. All of our opponents concede really fast out.
I mean, even if we whiff, like, where do they go from here?
I don't know.
They
Oh
sit
no!
down there,
Actually,
feel good about themselves.
I know how they could win if we had nothing. They could top deck Mystic Forge and like do a bunch of nonsense. You don't believe me, do you?
It's not that I don't believe you. I just literally don't know what Mystic Forge does. So
Oh, it's a 4-mana future sight for artifacts or colorless cards.
I feel like you telling me what it does is not going to actually inform me what kind of nonsense they could get up to with it. But that's all right.
It's
I
also
don't really care either, so that's fine.
all right. I'll just show you the card.
What part of I don't really care? Right.
see, you don't really care, and I tell you anyways. This is a relationship we have.
Okay, so they get to like play all the core tappers off of the top of their deck, and
then they have Paradox
board.
Engine, and then they like make a bunch of mana and Walking Ballista you to death usually.
Yes. All right.
Freeman's really good versus them actually. So
I believe it.
I don't think most of our cards do very much.
No idea what to do other than that. I assume they bring in a bunch of graveyard hate, so we probably want to.
Yeah, but I see.
Pieces over
Okay.
gifts.
Sure. Am I supposed to have this in?
I really don't want to.
Maybe
Second
just
relay would be fine.
Second relay.
What about Bolt? Do we care about Core Tapper? How important is Core Tapper to this strategy?
It's pretty important. Maybe I want like a small number of bolts. Maybe like one.
Hey, so what's the deal with a Braid and Shattering Spree? Do we want one of those in our sideboard to wish for?
Probably a Braid then.
Are we just figuring that if we wish, we're probably just winning the game?
Actually, that might be a better way to think about it, right? If we get to cast Wish, do we need to get a Braid? We probably don't.
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't
Okay,
think we're ever going to wish for a Braid.
That would
Like,
be
maybe wish for Shattering Spree is a thing. That might come up, but like wishing for, I feel like if we're gonna wish for like a Braid for like graveyard hate, we'll probably just wish for like empty or relay or something like that.
All right. Well, this hand's pretty good. So, oh, that's an ugly Urza's Tower.
Yeah.
Have you played Tron?
I mean, not since like the Stone Age.
What do you qualify as the Stone Age here?
Like 2012, something like that.
Should I just kill it?
Yeah, probably. I mean, we're gonna keep it. Well, what does it actually do that's scary? Like, what's gonna happen if we don't kill it?
Suppose you leave it, and they have either Everflowing Chalice or Astral Cornucopia. They can load up a bunch of counters on it, and becomes like a super mana rock.
Okay, but like, okay, so we put it in the graveyard, and then we untap and we cast Electromancer, and then they make their super mana rock, and then we untap with Electromancer. Like, is that worth?
Okay. But
Like, do we
hold
care
on,
if they
hold
have a
on.
super mana rock?
Counterpoint is, what if I just Grape Shot it and just on turn 3 play my Electromancer with Remand up?
I don't know. I don't know what we're remanding here. So,
Well, I'm gonna keep it, and it might be wrong.
yeah, I mean, Grape Shotting is probably also fine.
Because the thing is, they don't have a target right now. So if we kill it right now, then like works out pretty well for us. I love how the same thing happened 2 games in a row with our one of Grape Shot.
Cornucopia.
Yeah. You remember this one from Theros Block, I believe?
I mean, sort of.
It was in Born of the Gods. That was a good PT for you.
So can we win here? I think we can, right?
Well,
Unless they
I
interact
mean,
with this Astral Cornucopia.
did you know that this is delayed?
No, I was thinking that was a wish. Yeah, never mind.
Okay.
And
I mean,
that would
I
go.
could. I think it's just better to leave up remand, right?
Yes, I
Right.
agree.
I was like wondering. I'm like, you're putting a lot of work on this Metamorphose if you think we can win.
Because they probably chalice for 2 here if they have it. So
I don't care. I'm remanding any shit.
Oh yeah, fuck off. Paradox engine.
Yeah.
Get out of here. So we can. Well,
I can Metamorphose first to see how many rituals I'm supposed to burn.
I would lead with the pyretic regardless,
Okay.
and then
I see. I think remanding the engine is better than like going ritual, relay, remand, relay, personally, but
oh yeah, no, I definitely want to sit on remand, especially because I think the way we lose from here is if we get chalice for 2.
okay, should I just burn all my rituals and play relay?
Um,
Well, also that doesn't beat us, right? Well, like we could technically just use this to bounce the chalice.
yeah. Are we gonna bounce paradox engine if they replay it?
Well, we can't really, right?
We could if we hold a ritual. Is what I'm asking.
Oh, I see.
But I don't know if that's even worth doing. So I kind of want to hold a ritual anyway.
Okay, I'll hold desperate ritual then and just relay for 4.
Yeah. And that way we still have ritual Otawara up if we get desperate.
What is Tran? Island. Desperate. Okay.
Card sucks.
Well, if we draw all of those in a row, we probably lose. So
I agree.
Maya. What's that?
I don't know what that one does.
It's green Urborg. Right. Fine. They were about to chalice from 1 into their chalice on 2.
Nice.
And then they control Zedded because. Alright. I think I'm supposed to just bin the desperate, play land, and attack and say go.
Wait, why are we? Oh, the ritual. Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yes. Did you become Canadian? Well, since we last hung out.
Yes. Didn't you know
I'm-
that? I was always
I'm
Canadian in disguise.
I'm intrigued by this.
Are you?
I'm just curious where you picked up the habit of saying Zed.
It was too much Dom Harvey.
Ah, okay.
And he's both British and Canadian.
So
Yeah, I'm thinking. It's
can
kind
we
of.
wait another turn?
I think so. I'm just gonna fetch to then. Like we don't know any of the card locations, so like
Actually, do they even say Zed in Canada? Or is that just a UK thing?
I don't know. But I'll cast the Serum Visions. Alright, those suck. Canada says Zed. Alright. See, I can trust Shop because Shop is Canadian. Fuck.
Well, we can. No, never mind. That's not a good idea.
I mean, I can bounce the Chalice and destroy the engine in response.
But then they just replay the chalice.
Well, they only have 2 mana, right? Oh,
No,
they'll
'cause
have 3.
They're gonna untap all their lands. So.
No, it says non-land on Paradox Engine.
Oh. Uh. Have they played a land?
No, that's the issue.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Are we
All right,
supposed to just
if they're not untapping their lands, I don't know that we actually care that much about
All right,
Paradox.
yeah. Actually, I'm gonna let it be and see what happens.
Yeah,
Obviously,
like
this
the-
could backfire, but they can only produce 1 mana on everything. All right, that gets Chalice. So, and they also forgot to float mana. You're supposed to float every time. Hold on.
Yeah, we may want to.
Now-
we may want to.
So because this could hypothetically build up enough mana. So now I'm thinking, do I just want to bounce this and kill that, and then they can't do anything, and then hope we draw a good one?
That's probably how we're supposed to do it because we
Yeah.
need to. Yeah. Oh yeah, we want to tap this Tarn for mana, right? Because
Yeah.
we put a bunch of shitters on the bottom.
Yep.
Like we're gonna be on a 1-turn window no matter what, right? So we may as well take the option when we prevent them from doing stuff.
I could have also killed the Forge or the Engine on the stack. Maybe that's better, actually.
I kind of think killing Forge was better than killing Cornucopia, but
Okay.
it doesn't really matter, I don't guess. Like killing Forge makes it so that they can't have like 0 mana artifacts on top of their deck that affect us.
Fuck, we're dead.
A lot of critters to draw.
We just, like, any Gasfell, I think, is, like, close to lethal, right? Maybe, okay, hear me out. Maybe I'm not supposed to side out so many gifts versus this person. Because, like, how much space can they have for Graveyard Hate?
I don't know. Literal no clue what's in this deck, so.
This is a sad way to go. Oh, good. We unlocked all of their core tappers. Have you seen this deck before?
Yeah, but like not a contemporary version of it. I feel like one of the last times I was actually playing Magic, I was in the queue and I got paired against Sam Pardee, and he was playing.
Oh, yeah, Sam definitely played this deck once.
He was playing like a very early version of this deck, and
yeah.
I was very confused what was happening, but I managed to beat him anyway.
Yeah, so you won, right?
Yes.
So you have all the chips.
Exactly. But I think that's my only experience with it.
Yeah, this deck, they'll either get a Karn or a Ballista and you die, because they'll have, like, 45 mana floating or some nonsense. Oh, looks like this is the Ballista for 30. Nope, it's an Everflowing Chalice kicked 10 times.
A lot of mana.
Basically, it's basically just like, this is basically a Storm deck in disguise, actually.
We can concede here, right? Because they're obviously going to play Chalice
no.
for 2 before they pass. So
what if we draw Wish for Grape Shot? Wish for Pass in Flames for Grape Shot.
then we shock them, and then they still kill us.
What if they're at 3 by the point? They're at 4 right now.
I guess that's the thing. Oh yeah, because they're losing. I forgot that that's how Mystic Forge works. Is that how are they losing life?
No, you pay 1 life to clear your top card. It's not just free.
Okay, gotcha.
So, like, yes, they're likely to win, but I'm just saying it's not like guaranteed.
Okay. Yeah, I was missing the part where they were losing life. So yeah.
Apparently they sided in a bunch of Thought-Knot Tears, though.
If 96 mana.
They're casting all these Thought-Knot Tears off their Mystic Forges. That's kind of funny. Expedition map. Forsaken Monument. Okay. Why is there Forsaken Monument in their deck? I don't know what's going on anymore. This is very weird.
Well, I don't know what Forsaken Monument does, so
It pumps your colorless creatures and makes your colorless spells cost 2 less, 1 less. Oh, you gain life. Never mind. Actually, that's kind of. Oh, I see.
Yeah, it shut
Oh.
off one of our outs.
Okay, I'm dead now. Well, I'm gonna make them show me the ballista, but. Alright, they had walking ballista. Second sunrise, yeah, I bamboozled Shrout.
Yeah,
And
I don't think,
I literally posted the card bamboozle in our chat from
I don't
Odyssey.
think that Jarvis actually was like, "Ooh, exciting, Storm! I want to play Storm." I think in his mind, he saw that Storm did well, and he was like, "I could rope Shroud into hanging out for a night."
Yeah, but you didn't say no.
It's true, I didn't. It's true, I didn't.
Alright, I'm less about Galvanic Relay given how that game played out. And more about gifts.
I mean, yeah, I think the relay's probably still fine, but yeah, I guess would have been better there. Can we cut anything?
Can I cut, like... Well, actually, given how it played out, I don't want to cut either of these, actually, from the main deck.
Yeah,
don't think-
I still don't think that wishing for Shattering Spree is ever gonna be better than wishing
Should I
for
just
like a way to
cut...
win the game.
Should I just cut an Electromancer for gifts?
It doesn't seem like they interact with our creatures, so we
Right.
could probably get away with that. Yeah.
Because I think the problem we had that game was we didn't draw a gas spell.
Right.
Chouse for 80. Alright. This is for some number of marbles. Oh god. Dookie.
Some number of marbles. I probably would. Yeah.
This is not the best hand, but
It's
it's...
not great, but like we're live to do a lot of stuff.
I think this is actually a better hand if there are 4 gifts in our deck, but...
Or if we hadn't cut the third Electromancer.
True. Alright, am I killing this map? Probably not. I think they're a really bad Tron deck, actually, but...
Yeah, I'm not convinced that their Tron mana actually does anything other
I-
than Chalice.
I
So
mean-
that might be a reason too. Actually, that just buys a turn, so it doesn't matter. Well, no, they'll just play Paradox Engine and we'll kill it and we'll feel like geniuses.
You know they showed us 4 Thought-Knots here, right? Like, God, this is miserable. 3, 4, 5, 6. That doesn't go anywhere, right? That goes
Are you
down to
trying-
3. Oh no, I
trying to
can
empty here?
relay. No, I can relay for a bunch. Wait,
That
3,
doesn't seem good.
4... Wait, I have 3, 4, 5, 6 mana, right?
Relay, yeah, but like, does Relay 5 actually like get us out of any jams here?
I mean, all of our rituals are in our graveyard, so if we hit... I guess that doesn't really do anything. Never mind. Alright, guess I'm just playing land saying go.
Yep, that's what I want to do.
If they chalice for 2 next turn, am I supposed to just like ritual float response then Otawara end step? Probably not, right?
Yeah, probably not because like we don't get to do anything if we untap. We just wait till we hit a 4th land and then Otawara it later. Don't know that we care about that. Got us.
We do care about that. Should I kill
Yeah.
that? Probably not.
No, because they already have 7 mana on their lands.
Oh, this is miserable.
I agree.
We had a lot of draws to just like instantly win, I think. Like any mana dork wins, right?
Yeah, just a mana dork. Like that's why I wanted to keep it. Is it's like they don't seem to interact with our mana dorks, and if we draw one, this hand is insane. So
I think
Storm and losing to a stiff. Well, we haven't lost to the stiff breeze yet, and we drew the mana dork. So
should I
that's
just
cool.
sandbag the Otawara?
What does that accomplish?
If they
mean,
play Chalice for 2 next turn, right?
We can still just Otawara. Oh, like we don't have anything to do. It's like
Oh, well, what I'm saying is, should I play this out?
But yeah, I mean, unless there's some way it like dies. Is there a way that it dies?
What are you talking about? If we put it in play, we can't channel it.
Ooh, no, I thought you meant like, should I play the Brawl?
Oh no, I'm playing the Baral for sure. I want to sandbag the Otawara is my point.
Okay. I did not even consider playing it as a land. Yeah, we're not doing that.
Okay, that's what I was talking about.
I was baffled. I thought you meant like, should I sit on Otawara instead of casting Brawl? And I was like, what's your argument for that? But now I understand what you're actually asking.
Yep.
It'll be really annoying when this gets ballisted. Does the deck play 4 ballista?
I think it's 3 main, 1 sideboard. If I had to guess.
That's a bummer.
I wonder how this game would have gone if we had just killed the map. But I think that's generally wrong from their deck for us to kill the map, right?
Yeah. I was not excited about killing the map.
Why not just abrade the Chalice? The Chalice will be on 2 versus Dirty 1. Is this really, like... I mean, this is kind of annoying, but...
Yeah, that's a huge bummer.
I can't believe we're losing to this. I kind of want to vomit. Alright. I can't do anything. I think probably now we have to play out this land. Actually, do I?
I wouldn't, because I think we're supposed to ritual bounce the dots here to try and find action. So there's that.
God, everything sucks.
What do they get with Karn that kills us? Something, right? Oh, they just attack with their spine. Sure. That's a big old critter.
I think I'm just gonna go to 2. I don't see what bouncing it now does.
No. Well, it loses us a land is what it does.
No, I meant bouncing the Thought Knot right now.
Oh yes. Yeah.
Alright. Don't care. We have to get very lucky to win.
Yeah, we got clowned on this last game. That's kind of entertaining.
Is this entertaining?
I'm entertained. Chad, are you entertained?
Alright, it looks like actually killing the map this game probably would have been good, but I think it's so rarely good to do it versus them. Whoops. This is the worst cantrip ever.
Yeah, well, this is pretty brutal.
What can I even draw?
Nothing. Yeah, we're boned.
Oh, chat. This was a sad way to go. I feel like this matchup should be fine, actually, but... That's a sad one.
It is. I mean, we ran a little cold this match, but we also ran pretty hot the first couple matches. Like hitting some good draws. The first game we played with this deck, right? We were like...
Yeah, it felt unbeatable.
We were like about to die, and then I was like, well, if we draw exactly these 2 cards, and then we just did.
Let's see, what happened there? Alright, 1, 2, 3... Yeah, that's a brutal way to... Although, I think Shadow just kind of sucks as a matchup still. Like, you probably don't have a good Shadow matchup. What's that blue spell you don't recognize? This one? Yeah. Shrout was saying he was skeptical this is better than Sleight of Hand. And after having played this, I am also skeptical it's better than Sleight of Hand. But this
apparently nobody plays Sleight of Hand anymore. Somehow the hive mind just came together and they were like, Sleight of Hand is a bad card.
No,
we're happy to cut it.
Well, I think it's more like this card is much better, honestly.
I'm not even sure it is, but either way, that like people were playing like 9 or 10 cantrips before, so
yeah, that's reasonable. I mean, I think maybe we shouldn't have sided out an Electromancer, but I thought it would be safe because they don't die.
I'm fine with it.
But we also did. If we had drawn one that game, the game is like incredibly easy instead of like dying, right?
Right. Yeah. I mean, we still had 6 mana dudes. That's still a lot. So no, I think we were fine. We maybe skewed too hard in the direction of like having a bunch of action in our deck. So the other conclusion I've come to from this is Wish kind of sucks. Not a big fan of Wish.
You would rather just have a second grape shot in your main deck?
Yeah, man. Well, I guess that's true. Is that there's not actually
If we had
lot.
fired off the relays to protect our hand from Thought-Knot Seer, you might have gone there. Chillith, and my problem with Saloon Division is it's the same card as that, except it's a bad tap land too. So I'm not really a fan of Saloon Division either.
Yeah, like you're never happy with it as a land, and so you're basically just playing it as a spell, and it's like not a great spell either. Yeah, Snow Schwartz. That is maybe true, but like I don't have a good like yardstick in my head for like how good relay for 5 is, just like in the dark when you don't have spells in your hand. Because it's like if you use all your rituals to do that, like you're hoping to hit rituals once you do that anyway. So it's a weird.
Well,
situation.
so I think the dynamic is if we hit a ritual and a Passing Flames, we're thrilled. But if we don't, then it's like not great. But I think specifically if you hit ritual and Passing Flames, it's like you probably win.
I guess you could also hit like creature plus like gifts or something
Okay,
like that.
I think we probably should have done it then, but because we knew that from game 2 that they had a bunch of Thought-Knot Seers in their deck, right?
Yeah.
So like that's why I wanted to do it right there.
That is true.
Oh, it's true. The versatility in my mind doesn't matter when the card is really not that good. Like a tap land is like pretty horrible. Like we were already unhappy with Spirebluff Canal coming to play tapped on turn 4. Like, and if you need the land from Saloon Division to be a land as well, I don't think it's great.
I would much rather have 2x Light than 2x Saloon Division.
Yeah, I think that's reasonable.
I mean, I just like having a bunch of cantrips.
Yeah, I think most of the uncommon like spell/land cards are not that good, but certain decks play them because they have to play the restriction that none of their lands are actually lands, if that makes sense.
It does.
Yeah.
Sort of.
Like Belcher is completely nonsensical because it has to play like the full 20 of that type of land, and like a bunch of them have to be red and green, so it plays like the freaking like deal 1 Spikefield Hazard. I don't know.
Right.
Yeah, it's like Lava Dart, but not great.
Yeah, no, I mean, I get if you have a bunch of like deck building restrictions that like you gotta play whatever lands you're allowed to play, but like if we have a bunch of options for lands that come into play tapped or untapped. So
I also am not sure that 4 Canal is correct anymore, but it's kind of hard to figure out. I guess it probably is, and I'm just like bitter. But
what would you play over? Would you like cut one for another fetch land or something like that?
Yeah, maybe.
I could see that. We did because we added these Otawaras. We're like we have more blue sources and fewer red sources than we used to have, but that didn't really come up. But like, I guess it kind of came up. It came up in the game against Death Shadow. If we'd had 3 red sources, we would have won that game, I think.
7, 11. There's 14 red sources, which is a little low, but I think within tolerable bounds.
Yeah.
Like, I think if you were at 13, I think it'd probably be too sketchy. But
I mean, we have cantrips too. It'd be a lot better if we had slide hands instead of these stupid discovers. But yeah.
Yeah, so I think at the end of the day, Consider's good. I think Galvanic Relay is good, but I'm not sure if there's a lot of. I'm probably done trying the deck again, personally. I think 1 week was enough for me.
Same.
Same? Are you just looking for an excuse to leave right now?
Yes.
Dude, I know you too well. You're just like, you're grumpy that you woke up like after 5 hours of napping or sleeping.
Yes, that was basically what happened.
You could have just said no.
Yeah, but then I wouldn't get to hang out. So
That's fair. That's fair. You wouldn't get to heckle me.
Exactly.
You heard it here, folks. This is the Heckle Jarvis stream. But if you heckle me, you should also consider hitting that follow button.
Were you like gonna play more? Is that like what did you?
Probably not. Like, I don't know.
Okay.
But
If you're trying to play some more, I'll hang around still. But like,
well, it's always been the Heckle Jarvis stream. Apparently, it is every stream. Probably not playing another week with this deck. But I don't know. Deck was fun to play. It's at least fun to play because when you win, it feels really fun, right?
I mean, it was satisfying to get back on the bike.
Mm-hmm.